Hello everyone, this is Leah Dixon in Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. I am here this morning with my regular Tuesday morning Facebook Live, and today I'm going to be creating with a brand new stamp set called Biggest Wish. So I'm going to switch you guys over to my other desktop. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to pop a comment here in the box, so hopefully as you guys pop on, you can say hello and I'll be able to see your comments. Alright, so let's see here. We'll switch you over to my desktop. There we go. So this is our Biggest Wish stamp set. It is in our catalog on page 63. And today I'm actually going to be almost copying one of the cards out of the catalog. So you can see here there's all these fabulous samples. And there's this one here that has the little clock on it. I love that Stampin' Up! Shows so many great ideas in their catalog, but they also show us, those quick cards for when you need a card like today, right now, running out the door and you need something. And so what they have here is it's a piece of designer series paper with some twine and one of our biggest Wish stamps just stamped right on there in a coordinating color. I wanted to show you how we can do that same card concept and have that really quick card, but change it up a lot by using different designer series paper. So we're going to hop in here, and I've chosen a really special pack of designer series paper to show you. This is one of our Hostess sets. And what a Hostess set is anytime you place an order over $200 or you host a party and like bring a bunch of friends and your combined orders reach over $200, you can actually order a host product on top of your, using up your Stampin' rewards. And so we have a few different stamp sets that are available, but then we also have this time, first time in a long time they've done this, they have this designer series paper as one of the options. Now you're going to see, hopefully you guys can see all of that. I'm trying to fit it all on the screen. There's literally so much here. There are 12 designer series papers here, and in the pack, in the DSP pack, you actually get 4 12 by 12 sheets of each of these patterns. So that's 48 sheets for $24 as a host reward. And what's so cool, so these are all really beautiful. They're also all double-sided with gorgeous black and white patterns on the back. So we've got like stripes and flowers and funky little squiggles and dots. And you guys, if you're missing the buffalo check, we've got that. Like so many fun designs there in the black and white. So this paper series really covers you for every need you could possibly have. So that is what we are going to be using today to design our very fast card. I've stepped it up a little bit in that I didn't use just a single layer of cardstock for today's card like they did in the catalog, just because I don't like wrapping the twine around and being able to see it on the inside of my card. So often I'll take my base, so this is just a thick Whisper White base. I'll take that and I will layer a piece of Whisper White on top so that I can wrap my twine around this and not have twine showing on the inside of my card. So my layer that I've created here is 4 by 5 1/4. I actually keep pre-cut bases and pre-cut layers just on the side of my desk so that I can always grab them and create. So now I've cut a piece here out of that fabulous designer series paper. I took the diagonal rainbow piece and I cut it at 4 by 3 inches. So it's going to fit nicely onto my layer, and we're just going to glue it straight down onto our cardstock. So you could use seal, you could use liquid glue like I'm going to. Really any of your adhesives will do. Oh, it's almost time for a new tube. That doesn't happen very often. This stuff lasts so long. It's really nice. Just wipe off the excess there. So the reason I use liquid glue is because I'm not the best at lining things up straight. So the liquid glue allows me to place it and then kind of wiggle it around a bit before it really sticks, and then it does have a really strong glue to it. All right, so we've just got that right there on our layer. And now I'm going to do some stamping. So I do need a ton of birthday cards this month. So I have grabbed my birthday in the big bold from my Biggest Wish stamp set and the happy. And I love how we've got the 5 words in the bold and in the script. Just really, really nice. So I am going to use Flirty Flamingo, which is one of the colors here in this DSP. And I'm going to stamp my birthday sentiment. Oh, it looks like I've got dust all over there. I'm just going to clean this up before I get stamping. I've been doing, it's probably not dust, it's probably embossing powder. I was doing a lot of embossing last night, and everything seems to have just a little bit of a grittiness to it this morning. All right. I think I've got that cleaned up. Okay. So we're going to ink up our birthday. So now this is a very solid image. So you want to make sure that everything is fully inked. And then I'm going to press down and I'm going to hold just for a bit, just so that that ink can really soak in. There we go. Now, if you were concerned about not getting a full clear image, you could always use the Stamparatus so that you could stamp the same spot multiple times to get that really nice solid look to it. Okay, now I'm going to take some Memento Black to do my happy. You could use really any color that's going to pop out over top of the Flirty Flamingo here. And I'm kind of using the top of the birthday to be my guide for getting my happy straight on here. There we go. And so I've overlapped it onto the birthday, and I really like that look. Put my lid on my black ink there. I'm the worst at ending up dropping ink pads. All right, so now I was going to do this card with some twine, and I do have a sample of it done with twine that I'm going to show you later, but actually I'm just thinking we really want that party feel, and so I have the glittered organdy ribbon, and actually mine hasn't even been opened. I just got a new roll, and this is one that came out in our holiday mini last year for celebrating Halloween and stuff, but it just, because it has the silver flecks in it, it just has a real party feel to it. And I'm just gonna see what that would look like on this card. I think it might be a really nice fun look to this card, and actually it is. So the way I use organdy ribbon, well actually the way I use most ribbons, is a little bit of a cheat. I don't actually wrap the ribbon around and tie it. I'll do that when I'm using twine, but when I'm using ribbon, I don't do that. So I'm going to flip my paper over. I'm going to grab some Seal Plus. You could use tear and tape, you could use regular seal, you could even use liquid glue if you wanted, but that might get messy. And I've just put a little bit of adhesive right where our Designer Series paper meets our card. And I'm going to tuck these ends behind and into that adhesive. So you can see there, so they're tucked and they're just sticking into that adhesive that I put on the back. So what that allows me to do is have this really, really flat front to my card. Then I'm going to take some ribbon. This is still on the roll. I'm going to take some ribbon, tuck it under, and I'm going to just tie a simple knot and then trim up my ends. There we go. So now I have this really cute little bow. I have this really flat ribbon. I haven't had to mess around and do anything weird to make it lay flat. And we are ready to go on to the next step. Oh, good morning, Gail. All right, so we've got that all done. Now we're going to flip this over, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. So now you could just glue this straight down to your card front and it would look awesome, but I am going to pop it up just a little bit. I'm going to put some dimensionals right where my ribbon is, just to make sure those don't slip off of their adhesive. And one more in the center, just for good luck. All right. We'll peel off these backings. There we go. And oh no, I got some black ink on the front of my card. Darn it. So we're going to have to do a little bit of trickiness to cover that up, because I don't want there to be a black smudge on the front of my card. All right, so I thought our card was going to be finished at this point, but because I got this little black smudge on here, we've got a quick and easy way to fix that. We've got these little plus signs. I don't know what they really are, but cute little embellishment. We are going to stamp a few of these across our card. And let's see, in black, I think, just because that smudge is black. So not exactly what I was planning on doing for my card, but that's okay. I've got to roll with it, right? So this is a little bit tricky stamping because I've got dimensionals underneath, but we'll make it work. So if I've got one there, I'm going to do one up here, make it kind of look purposeful, and another one over there. And then to kind of round it out, I will do a few up top as well. And maybe one right about there. Oh, that one wasn't very straight. Oh well. And then, okay. So ended up being a little bit different than I'd planned, but that's all right. That's how it goes. I think I just need 5 on the bottom, 3 on the top. So one more, so we have an odd number on our card. All right. So there we have it. We have fixed our little black smudge on our card just by adding those little dots. It's definitely not what I would have done if I hadn't got that smudge, but I think in the end it works out just fine. So that is our finished card, and then I'll just bring in here and show you my simpler version as well. So instead of using the organdy ribbon and instead of getting a smudge on my card, I just used some black twine and then didn't add in the little black embellishments. So a really, really fast, easy card to create. You can change this up and use any color scheme. In the catalog, they did it with the artistically inked designer series paper. So that wasn't them being fancy. That is the paper. It's simply a piece of designer series paper, some twine, and the stamp. Just like here, I used designer series paper, the stamp, and some twine. So really, really fast and easy card to create. And this Biggest Wish stamp set just really, you know, takes the scene. It fills up the space so nicely. All right. So let's just see here. I'm going to switch my screen back over. Awesome. There we go. So a really, really fast card today, but a really fun one. And I wanted to show you that designer series paper because that that deal to get that right now is just so amazing. It's $24 for that whole stack of 48 sheets. So definitely consider placing an order that qualifies for that, or, you know, get a few friends together. You can contact me and we can do an online party. I can send out like some card bits and we can meet and stamp and your friends can shop, or we can do it kind of more low key and just set up a Facebook page and do like a little shopping party and people can ask me questions and I'll highlight some product and stuff, and we'll just kind of do it as like a low key when you've got the time virtual party and have you hosting. And right now we also have extra host rewards if your party goes over, I believe it's 275 then you get an additional $30 of Stampin' Rewards. So you'd end up with like $60 worth of Stampin' Rewards, and you could use some of them towards that fabulous designer series paper. So it's definitely worth considering. And if you loved everything you saw today, then we also have a Join Plus promotion happening right now. For $135 Canadian and free shipping, you actually get $206 worth of product of your choice in your starter kit. So you could throw in any, like even throw in these Hostess reward stuff like the designer series paper and everything, and get yourself a whole bunch of supplies for just $135. So it's a really fabulous deal, and that deal's only on until May 31st. So you definitely want to contact me, or I've got links in the description of this video that you can just click on and get yourself a starter kit. All right, I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll chat soon. Bye-bye. Thanks, Christina.